What is up, you guys? Schedule release has finally happened. Finally. All right. So we're going to just go through some of these teams. I'm sure you're going to hate some of this shit. I'm sure you're going to roast my ass in the comments. I really don't like doing this shit, but hey, this is a football YouTube channel, so we're going to do it. So we're going to go through in division, and we'll do each video by each division, right? So we'll just chop it up. We'll just go through the wins and losses. But right off the bat, we'll go NFC East, New York Giants. Okay, so New York Giants, a lot of hype around them, a lot of excitement. New coach Harbaugh. Yeah, dude, looks like week 1 Sunday, September 13th at home versus Dallas. Sunday Night Football. I got that as a loss. I know. I just, right off the bat with Coach Harbaugh and the Dallas Cowboys kind of already having that their offense is going to be good. Their offense is going to be good with Schottenheimer. So I'm just expecting, I don't know if the New York Giants are going to be able to keep up with that right off the bat. And it's something that they'll need to get rolling later on with Jackson Dart in the offense. But also, I don't know if Malik Neighbors is going to be back by then. And Malik Neighbors is very crucial to this New York Giants offense. So I got them as a loss with Dallas week 1. Week 2, Monday night, September 21st at Los Angeles on the road. Monday Night Football against the Los Angeles Rams. Again, early up against another team who can score. They can score a lot of points. Los Angeles Rams are a Super Bowl contender. The Giants on the upright, but like up against the Los Angeles Rams right off the bat, I have that as a loss as well. Week 3, Sunday, September 27th at home versus Tennessee Titans. I got that as a W. Yes, both teams do have new coaches, but I really like Cam Ward. But I also like Jackson Dart, and I just think at home with Tennessee, I could see. I don't know, man. I'm just pretty confident in the New York Giants at a home game versus Tennessee. I just feel like for whatever reason at home, Tennessee also having a new head coach, things will be a little bit choppy for them as well. So early on in the stretch, having home games against teams that. Against the Tennessee Titans, they're just not tough like the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. So I could see the Giants definitely getting the W right there. Week 4, Sunday, October 4th at home versus the Arizona Cardinals. I got that as a W versus the Cardinals. Like Jacoby Brissett and those dudes, I just think that by this point with Coach Harbaugh, and Coach Harbaugh will make the New York Giants better. I just think by this point, they kind of have their feet underneath them. Kind of, they're not gonna be figured out like what they are, their identity on offense and defense at this point. But I feel better with Coach Harbaugh as opposed to a new head coach who was his first time head coach with the Arizona Cardinals up against Jackson Dart and Coach Harbaugh with the New York Giants. I just have a good feeling about the Giants in this game. So I got that as a W. Week 5, Sunday, October 11th at Washington. I got that as a loss. I don't like these away games for the Giants early on with Coach Harbaugh. Week 6, Sunday, October 18th at home versus the New Orleans Saints. This is that's the 11 a.m. slate. This is one that I think could really go either way. And I really do like Kellen Moore in them, but I feel good about the New York Giants in this game, dude. I'm going to give them a W. Yeah, I think they have a pretty good chance up against the New Orleans Saints. And the New Orleans Saints have questions just like the New York Giants. But you're going to give me an option between John Harbaugh and Kellen Moore. I'm picking John Harbaugh's team. Even with a whole new staff and everything. But hey, man, let's see. I could be wrong. Week 6, Sunday, October 18th versus Week 7, Sunday, October 25th at Houston. I got that as a loss. I've talked about this with a lot of teams. I don't feel very confident with even some good teams at Houston. That defense is just another beast, dude. And I feel like you got to be a good team to really have a really good shot up against that defense. You got to be a very good team, and I don't know if the New York Giants will be at this point. Week 8, bye week. Week 9, Sunday, November 8th. At Philadelphia, I got that as a loss. And yes, the Giants, they did beat Philadelphia last year at home. But by this point, even though the Eagles have a new offense and they got Sean Mannion and they got the new OC, they do have a very good track record of winning, right? So just for that, I'm gonna give them I'm gonna give the Giants a loss in that game. But wait, later on, I have a different view. Week 10, Thursday night, November 12th, at home versus Washington. I got that as a W. I think those Thursday night games get a little bit weird, and I don't know why that is with Thursday night games, but Thursday night division games versus Washington. By this point, I'm pretty sure that Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders will be winning, but I think that the New York Giants at this point in the season should be playing solid football. I hope. I just watched the Baltimore Ravens suck ass under Coach Harbaugh. I know Coach Harbaugh is not over that, but I feel good up against Washington at home. I feel like in the Meadowlands, I feel like that atmosphere is going to get really crazy, especially with those primetime games. So I got that as a W. Week 11, Sunday, November 22nd, at home versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got that as a loss, just because I like Anthony Campanelli in that defense, along with Trevor Lawrence. I think T. Lawrence is going to be much better in his second year. This is everybody's kind of returning. I know they lost a couple guys, but this is not a new coaching staff, and Jacksonville Jaguars are a playoff team, in my opinion. So I think that the New York Giants will lose that game. Week 12, Sunday, November 29th, at Indianapolis. I do think that the Colts are good, but I have my suspicions about Daniel Jones, and I don't know. Even though it is on the road up against the Indianapolis Colts, I feel like this is another game for the New York Giants where it's literally 50-50 for me, because their defense has question marks just like the New York Giants, and I feel like it would come down to the run game. New York Giants or Jonathan Taylor. Honestly, I'm gonna chalk that up as a loss, dude, even though I do think that could go 50-50. Giants fans, I'm sorry. Week 13, Sunday, December 6th, at home versus San Francisco. That's going to be a loss. The San Francisco 49ers, even when they're dealing with injury, they still are so dangerous under Kyle Shanahan. And, they got the new DC. But by this point, the San Francisco 49ers should be winning. So I think that'll be a really tough game for the New York Giants. Week 14, Sunday, December 13th, at Seattle. I got that as a loss. It's pretty similar to Houston, but that atmosphere in Seattle on the road for Jackson Dart and them, I think it'll be pretty crazy. Like, we saw the New York Giants damn near beat the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos have a really, kind of crazy atmosphere. It's even crazier in Seattle, and the defense is good as well, so it just doesn't really make things easy. Week 15, Sunday, December 20th, at home versus the Cleveland Browns. I got that as a W. Who knows what the hell is going to be going on with the quarterback situation with the Cleveland Browns, and damn, bro, like, mess that up like Drew all over. So I got that as a W for the New York Giants. I just feel way more confident in them. I don't know what Shadur and Deshaun Watson are going to be doing at that point. Maybe they're good, maybe they're not. But I got more faith in Jackson Dart being somewhat good around this point. I think he's going to have a pretty good season. Week 16, Monday, December 28th, at Detroit. I got that as a loss. I think that'll be really tough. Yeah, in Detroit, getting close to playoffs. Detroit Lions are going to be a playoff team, no question, unless injuries were to happen. Week 17, Sunday, January 3rd, at Dallas. These games can get weird at the last of the season. Yeah, dude, I got that as a. Here's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go the Dallas Cowboys. I got that as a loss. And yeah, dude, that's the 11 a.m. slate. Later on in the season, who knows, the playoffs, all this shit, I have no idea. Week 18, to be determined flex game versus Philadelphia. I also think that my Birds could be a playoff team. They've been in the playoffs literally past 4 seasons. So I think that they'll be in the mix. maybe possibly sitting. I have no idea. I'm gonna chalk that up as a W for the New York Giants. So what would that put us at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 wins for the Giants. 6 wins. And I know some of you fans are going to be mad. And my ceiling for you guys is 8 wins. I think 8 wins is very possible. So some of these I think I'm going to be wrong on for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 and 11. What do you guys think about that? You guys think that's a shit list? Let me know down in the comments, bro. All right, now that would lead us to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm kind of bullish on the Cowboys this year. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I just think the NFC East as a whole is gonna be pretty tough. But let's dive straight into it. Week 1, Sunday, September 13th, at New York, 6:20. Sunday night game. They've had a lot of these matchups throughout the years, like early. But I do have the Dallas Cowboys getting this W. I think the offense is going to come out fireworks, and I think they're going to get the win. Week 2, Sunday, September 20th, at home versus Washington. I think that's a W. They're going to go out and get a win up against Jaden Daniels and those dudes early on. And the Dallas Cowboys, this ain't no easy stretch, bro. Like this, they very well could lose this game, but I think they're going to win it in division. Because early on, that offense would just be popping. And later on is when the Cowboys tend to get weird, so you just never know. Week 3, Sunday, September 27th, at home versus Baltimore. If Coach Harbaugh was there, I would chalk this up as probably a loss for the Dallas Cowboys. But even Jesse Minter being there, the Baltimore Ravens offense or defense should be better. But it's a new coaching staff, and I know exactly what I'm getting with the Dallas offense. Dak Prescott, CD Lamb, George Pickens. I got this as a win, dude. I got this as a win. And I know some people are going to be like, you're crazy. You're glazing the Dallas Cowboys. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not glazing. I legit think that they could beat Baltimore early on. So I don't know what the hell Baltimore is going to be. Week 4, Sunday, October 4th, at Houston. I got that as a loss. I don't have a lot of confidence against certain teams up against that Houston defense. If the Dallas Cowboys had a good defense to combat exactly what Houston is doing, that would be 50-50. But as of now, Houston has the edge with that defense. That defense goes crazy. Week 5, Thursday night game, October 8th, at home versus Tampa Bay, 6:15. I got that as a W. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they were really weird towards the back end of the season. And they got good defensive players, but they just could not put it together on the defensive side. So I think that Dallas could outscore them, especially with I don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to get with Baker and that offense. I know it'll be good at times, but other times I'm like, could be a little bit of what we saw back end of past seasons. Week 6, Sunday, October 18th, at Green Bay. I got that as a loss. I think that's going to be a tough game. It's going to be one of those classical Cowboys versus Green Bay Packers. In the frozen tundra. It's probably not going to be cold then. Might be a little bit cold. But I do have the Green Bay Packers winning that game. I've been watching these games. We've been watching these games throughout the years, and I don't know, dude. Jordan Love and them, they're gonna pull it off. I don't know how, but they're gonna pull off that win. And they just lost their DC, so that could make things interesting for Dallas. It could make things pretty even, but I do have the Green Bay Packers squeaking that out. Week 7, Monday, October 26th, at Philadelphia. I got that as a loss. Yeah, I got that as a loss, and that's going to be a very close game between Philadelphia and Dallas. Dallas could very well easily win that game. When it comes to Dallas and Philadelphia, I always think they're going to split. If they're both talented and good, I always think they'll split. And that's the Monday night game too. Week 8, Sunday, November 1st, at home versus Arizona. They're going to win that game. Dak and those dudes go crazy at home, especially against a team with Arizona, new head coach and all that shit. They just have the edge. Week 9, Sunday, November 8th, at Indianapolis. I got that as a W. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know what we're getting with Daniel Jones. And, you know, at that point, I think Dallas Cowboys have the edge. So we're going to give them a W. Bro, my thing keeps going like skinny. I'm like, stop it. All right, week 10, Sunday, November 15th, at home versus San Francisco 49ers. Whew. San Francisco 49ers fans, they travel pretty well. I remember one time a Dallas game, I remember another time there was a shit ton of San Francisco 49ers fans. I got that as a loss, dude. I got that as a loss. Kyle Shanahan and them, they should be playing pretty good at this point. Dude, my cursor, bro. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me, guys. It keeps like switching. It's Epic Pen. And no hate towards Epic Pen. I'm just like, dude, what's happening? All right, so we got that as a loss. Week 11, Sunday, November 22nd, at home versus Tennessee. Dallas Cowboys are just better than Tennessee, straight up. And Cam Ward and them, they could make this difficult. You know, they could be solid and make it a game, but I do have Dak and them just kind of going crazy on offense, even against, you know, Robert Saleh coaching up that defense. I just have some good confidence. Week 12, Thursday, November 26th, Thursday night game. Damn, bro, is that the Thanksgiving game, or is it not? I can't remember. Maybe that's not the Thanksgiving game. No, it is. It might be. I don't know. Remind me, guys. I just saw some leaks and I've totally forgotten. But at home versus Philadelphia, I got that as a win, just because I think the Philadelphia Eagles and Dallas Cowboys are gonna split. And it could be opposite, dude. Like Dallas could win early and the Philadelphia Eagles could win later, but I do think they'll split. All right, week 13, Monday, December 7th, at Seattle. That's gonna be a loss. That Seattle defense goes crazy. They go crazy, especially at home. Monday night, prime time. Come on, bro. 2 primetime games. I guess it's technically not prime time against Philadelphia, but it is Thanksgiving. I'm almost positive, right? And then they go do a Monday night game versus Seattle. I don't like that. And then they head into a bye, which is good. Week 14. And then we got a bye in week 14. And then week 15, Sunday, December 20th, at Los Angeles Rams. I got that as a loss. Yes. And by this point, Sean McVay and them, they're going to be fighting for the number 1 seed. So they're definitely going to win that game. I don't know if the Dallas Cowboys will be fighting for that number 1 seed. I can see them a little bit behind in the playoff race, but I just don't think they'll have as good as a record as the Los Angeles Rams. Week 16, Sunday, December 27th, at home versus Jacksonville. I got that as a W up against freaking Trevor Lawrence and them. Dallas Cowboys, later on, because I do think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a playoff team this year. So by this point, I think they'll get the win over the Jags, even though I really like the Jaguars. I think they're going to be good too. Week 17, Sunday, January 3rd, at home versus New York. I got that as a W. So I don't know if they'll be resting people, but Dallas Cowboys tend to do a pretty good job against the New York Giants, especially post Eli Manning. Like, I don't remember a game that the Giants have won. I'm sure they won, but I just don't remember, bro. Week 18, to be determined flex game, at Washington. I got that as a I think that the Washington Commanders are going to be I got that as a W. Yeah, I got that as a W. So let me see. Let's go through this real quick. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got the Dallas Cowboys at 10. And what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got them at 10 and 6. What the fuck? No, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 and 6. Dude, am I missing a game though? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. All right, we got to erase that, guys. We got to erase that. I was like, dude, what the fuck did I do? All right, we got them at 11 and 6. Dallas Cowboys 11 and 6. How are we feeling about that, guys? I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys are going into the season a little bit underrated. So you guys let me know. You guys let me know. All right, looks like we got Washington Commanders, bro, to the Washington Commanders. All right, so let's get it. Week 1, Sunday, September 13th, at home versus Philadelphia. I got that as a loss. I just think they're going to struggle against Philadelphia early in division. Week 2, Sunday, September 20th, at Dallas. 2 in-division games on the road up against Philadelphia and Dallas, so I think you're going to be highly competitive. I got that as a loss for the Washington Commanders. I do. We just got Jaden Daniels coming back off injury. And yeah, I mean, the Washington Commanders put up a good fight against some teams, but hey, man, that's just what I got so far early on. Week 3, Sunday, September 27th, at home versus Seattle. I got that as a loss. I'm sorry, Washington Commanders fans. I just think it's so tough through that first stretch of 3 games. Week 4, Sunday, October 4th, at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. I got that as a W. Because like I mentioned earlier, Daniel Jones and them, I think that by this point, Jaden Daniels will really start going crazy on that offense with some of those weapons. And we'll start to see some of the old Jaden Daniels at this point. Week 5, Sunday, October 11th, at home versus New York Giants. I got oh, dude, what did I put that as early on? Yeah, I got that as a W. I got that as a W for the New York Giants. If I get some of these wrong, dude, I can't remember what I put for like the last team in some of these in-division games. But early on, I got that as a win up against a new Harbaugh team. Week 6, Monday, October 19th, at San Francisco. I got that as a loss. Yeah, I got that as a loss. The one primetime game up against San Francisco 49ers, who are going to be very good. San Francisco's got a lot of fucking weapons right now, dude. And I know a lot of it's unproven, but I think it's going to be tough sledding for Jaden Daniels and this Washington Commanders team. Week 7, a bye week. Dude, they fucked them. That's way too early. Week 8, Sunday, November 1st. Let me see. This is home. Home versus Philadelphia. I got this as a W. Yeah, I got this as a W. Sunday night game. Fuck, dude. Can't believe I'm putting this, but yeah, I could see the Washington Commanders actually putting up a fight. Here, the crazy part is I could see the Dallas Cowboys sweeping them, and I could see the Philadelphia Eagles splitting with the Washington Commanders. But I could also see Philly sweeping the Commanders too. So don't think that I'm just putting my birds out, because I could see them sweeping your guys' ass. So I got it as a win right now, but hey, bro, don't be surprised if they end up sweeping you the whole season. All right. Week 9, Sunday, November 8th, at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. I got that as a loss. I just think the Rams are a Super Bowl team, and I don't really know if the Washington Commanders are. Week 10, Thursday night game versus the New York Giants. I got that as a loss, because I think that some of these Thursday night games, especially when they're division games, they can kind of just be weird. Like, I always feel like weird shit's happening in these games. I feel like I wouldn't say this is a trap game for the Washington Commanders, because it's in division and it's tough, but Thursday night games can just be weird, man. Week 11, Monday, November 23rd, at home versus Cincinnati Bengals. I got that as a loss, because I think that the Bengals are going to go nuts this season if everybody's healthy. And I don't really know if the Washington Commanders can keep up. The Commanders, the Bengals defense is bad, but the Washington Commanders defense isn't that much better. Let's be real here. All right, week 12, Sunday, November 29th, at Arizona, out in the desert. I got that as a W. I think they're going to come away with a win right there. Up against Jacoby Brissett and those dudes down in the desert. I just think that the Washington Commanders are the better team. All right, week 13, Sunday, December 6th, at Tennessee. I think Jaden Daniels and them, they're going to get a W. You know, the offense should be going crazy by this point. And the Commanders, dude, I got a lot. Their schedule's not that easy. I don't know, man. I'm not going to say that. Week 14, Sunday, December 13th, at home versus the Houston Texans. I don't like that matchup at all. I got that as a loss. That's the 11 a.m. slate. Super early. That defense goes crazy in Houston. Home or away, doesn't fucking matter. Week 15, Sunday, December 20th, at home versus Atlanta. Kevin Stefanski and them. Oh yeah, dude. Jaden Daniels that team is gonna go crazy. And hell, bro, I know Washington's added a couple pieces on defense, by this point in this stretch from week 11 and down, the defense actually could be decent for the Washington Commanders. I'm not expecting it to really be good at any point, but they could be decent. So don't be shocked. Week 16, to be determined flex game at Minnesota, to be determined. Minnesota's going to have a tough time up in the NFC North, dude. I got this as a W for the Washington Commanders. Week 17, flex game at Jacksonville. Washington's in for a tough, dude. They're in for a tough season. Oof, I don't like their schedule. At Jacksonville, I got that as a loss, dude. I got that as a loss. Week 18, to be determined flex game versus Dallas. Yeah, I think Dallas would beat them even later on in the season. I think Dallas will beat them even with backups in. So I'm gonna put that as a loss. Oh my god, dude, this list didn't come out how I thought it would. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, dude, you know what? I don't like that. I'm not very confident in that last game for the Washington Commanders. I'm going to put that as a W because I think that the Dallas Cowboys will be in the playoffs at this point. Dude, I thought that I'd have the Commanders as a playoff team, but this schedule is tough. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got them at 8 wins. I got them at 8 wins, guys. Don't get mad. 8 wins. Oh my god, dude. The thing is going crazy. Sorry. So I got them at 8 wins. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 losses. Washington Commanders fans, how do you feel about that? I just don't think it's gonna be easy sledding. It's just not a good schedule, bro. It's not very favorable. You guys let me know what you guys think down in the comments. All right, and that would lead us to my Philadelphia Eagles, baby. Yes, what we've been waiting for. All right, week 1, Sunday, September 13th, at home versus Washington. Got that as a W. If you watched earlier, you see that I marked that as a W for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, week 2, Sunday, September 20th, at Tennessee. I got that as a win. Oh, dude, this cursor's pissing me off. Quit fucking around, man. Just work with me. Week 3, Monday, September 28th, at Chicago. I'm probably going to go to that game. I got that as a loss in the Windy City. Monday Night Football, 6:15. If the Chicago Bears catch the Eagles with their pants down and a bad offense, they're probably going to go out there and beat them. Week 4, Sunday, October 4th, at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. This is a similar situation, although I am always confident with the Birds up against Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams. For whatever reason, they just always squeak out wins against the Los Angeles Rams and Sean McVay. Week 5, Sunday, October 11th, at home versus Jacksonville. And I believe this is an England game. I'm pretty sure, right? I got this as a loss. Up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Jacksonville Jaguars will get the best of the Philadelphia Eagles in this game, and it'll be like a 3-point game. Like one team will win by 3 points or 4, in my opinion. Week 6, Sunday, October 18th, at home versus the Carolina Panthers. 11 a.m. slate. I think that the Eagles will go out and get a W against the Panthers. I do. The Panthers down near beat the Eagles the last time. I just never know what the fuck the Carolina Panthers are on offense and defense. I think their defense was underrated this past season and they added weapons. But it's a close game, but I could see the Eagles squeaking that one out. Week 7, Monday, October 26th, at home versus Dallas. I got that. Dude, what did I put that as? What did I put that as for the Philadelphia Eagles? Oh, dude. I think Did I put that? Okay, I'm gonna put that as a win. Yes, I'm gonna put that as a win. I'm trying to remember what I put it on earlier for the Dallas Cowboys, so I don't fuck it up. People were like, "Ah, you did opposite." All right, Week 8, Sunday, November 1st, at Washington. Yeah, I got that as a loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 9, Sunday, November 8th, at home versus the New York Giants. I got that as a W. I think they'll get the win up against the New York Giants and that Harbaugh team. Week 10, bye week. Not bad, not bad. I like that push a little bit further, but it's whatever. Week 11, Sunday, November 22nd, at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's going to be a W up against Aaron Rodgers and them. And the Eagles, like I said, their offense could be a question mark, but the defense will give Aaron Rodgers or any of those young QBs major issues. So I think they'll squeak out the win. Week 12, Thursday night, November 26th. Like I mentioned earlier, this could be a Thanksgiving game. I got this as a loss for the Philadelphia Eagles because I think they'll split with the Dallas Cowboys. That's a 2:30 game. Week 13, Sunday, December 6th, at Arizona out in the desert. They're going to get a W up against Jacoby Brissett and them. New coaching staff. Week 14, Sunday, December 13th, at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be a W. Just have a lot of suspicion around Daniel Jones in that offense. Don't know what we're going to get. Week 15, Saturday, December 19th. At home versus the Seattle Seahawks. Oh, man. Whew. I got this as a loss for the Philadelphia Eagles. And our fans are going to be booing the shit out of Jalen Hurts and them. just wait for it. They're going to be booing him because we've struggled against the Seattle Seahawks. Week 16, Thursday, December 24th, at home versus Houston. I think that's going to be a W. Even though the Houston Texans have a tough defense, the Eagles also have a very fucking tough defense as well. And so when you both have good defenses, it counters. And I just think that even though the Houston Texans offense honestly probably was fucking better than the Eagles offense this past season, I just think the offense at this point should be solid, and I think they could squeak out a win on Thursday Night Football up against the Houston Texans. It could be a low-scoring game. I'm going to tell you that right now. All right, Week 17, Sunday, January 3rd, at San Francisco. Philly's been struggling up against San Francisco 49ers, and I'm going to go, I don't know, dude. Sunday night game, and this could be, I'm going to give them the W. I'm going to give the Eagles the W in this game. I'm going to give them the W. I know it'll be tough, and San Francisco has gotten the best of us the last little bit, but I can see them squeaking out this win on Sunday Night Football, especially later on in the season. In Week 18, up against the New York Giants. Again, I think the Eagles are going to be a playoff team, so I'm going to count that as a loss. So I think the New York Giants will be going hard whether they have a good season or not. They'll finish strong with Coach Harbaugh. So let me see. That chalks it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got the Eagles at 11 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11 and 6. Did I get that right? Yeah, I got them at 11 and 6. And I can see the Eagles going 12 and 5 as well. So just letting you know, Birds fans, I can see us going 12 and 5 as well. So 11 and 6. I know that looks like an H6, but it's 11 and 6. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football. Bro, I got to get to work, bro. I had to get out this video. I got to get to work. Let me know what you guys think. Love and appreciate you. It's your boy Shay Dulick. I'm outie. Deuces.